Hi, my Candy Beauty fam. So today we are here with someone who we've been looking forward to having her for the longest time. So today we are here with the CEO, founder, and visionary force behind the Lip Bar, the bold, inclusive beauty brand that's redefined what it means to take up space in this industry. And it's known for its fearless approach to color and that iconic red lip we all know and love. So it is my honor to welcome Melissa Butler to the My Candy Beauty fam. Hi, Melissa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be here. Y'all, this has been a long time coming.
What is it,
Have
like
we been
6
talking?
months?
At least.
Has to be more.
At least 6 months.
Yeah.
I would venture to say 9, 10.
Almost a year.
Almost a year, but we made it. We are here.
We did. And y'all, she's taking the time. She's squeezing us in. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, it is my pleasure.
Hey, so we're going to get right into it. Are you ready to get into
Let's
it?
do it.
Amazing. So obviously you are known for the Lip Bar, but before the Lip Bar, who was Melissa Butler? What were you doing? And what was part of the journey that shaped the woman we see today?
Oh, I love this question because a lot of people see me and they're like, oh, that's the Lip Bar girl. And I'm like, I'm Melissa Butler.
Mm-hmm.
The Lip Bar is something that I do. It is not who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that question is really relevant. I'm a girl from Detroit. Like, I grew up on the east side of Detroit. Detroit shaped a lot of my values, my grit, my hustle. I'm a person who doesn't believe in conformity. I'm a person who doesn't, play by anyone else's rule book. Like, if I believe in it, cool. If I don't believe in it, not cool, not doing it. Like, I am absolutely a rule breaker. I am a pivoter. I'm a person who's unafraid to take risks, hence me being an entrepreneur.
As I was saying, being a founder, you have to
and
be fearless.
the Lip Bar is 13 years old. So I started this one before it was cool to be an entrepreneur. Right now, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur.
Everyone's a founder of something nowadays.
But when I started the Lip Bar, my friends and family, they thought I was crazy. I was working on Wall Street. So prior to the Lip Bar, I went to college. I went to FAMU. Shout out to the Rattlers. I studied business finance. So immediately after I graduated, I moved to New York. And I worked on Wall Street. I worked at Barclays right after Lehman crashed. I was a licensed stockbroker. I did. I was following the American dream as I saw it or as I knew it to be true, and got there and realized I don't like it here. I don't want this. I want to do something else. But all of those things, like working on Wall Street, realizing that I have the ability to change, realizing that it's okay to take the risk. It's okay to go the unsafe route, because entrepreneurship absolutely still is unsafe.
Yeah.
But it was super unsafe in 2012 when I started the Lip Bar. It was incredibly unsafe in 2014 when I quit my full-time job on Wall Street to focus on the Lip Bar, even though we weren't making any money.
This is the time to quit, because that's scary to go from that stable, you got the income, it's coming in, to I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah, and I don't come from money. Like, my mom was like, girl, who's going to pay your bills? And I was like, I got it, Mom. Like,
figure it out.
I saved up what I thought would be a year's worth of expenses. Girl, when I tell you that money ran out in 6 months, and me and my roommate, who's our chief creative officer and my business partner,
I love that.
we were Airbnb-ing her room. And she was in my room so that we could pay our rent. Because the money, in fact, did run out. And so when I think about us Airbnb-ing her room and us sharing my queen-size bed so that we can pay the rent, it's like, that's sacrifice. That is hustle. That is resilience. But it's also understanding that it's okay to follow your dreams. It's okay to be on your own path. It's okay to take the risk. And, I didn't have any kids. I wasn't married. I'm still not married. I still don't have kids. So I was comfortable taking the risk. I was comfortable walking away with, from my high-paying job. I was making more money than my mother. And she's, so concerned. She's like, why did you quit this job? And I'm like, if I don't do it right now, when will I ever do it?
That's true. And that's when you know, though, that you have something.
Yeah. I'm like, look, I have the degree. I have the experience. I can walk away from this, and if I fall flat on my face, I can go get another job. It's okay. So I was fearless in that way, but I just knew it was going to work out. I didn't know how long it was going to take to work out, but I had faith.
Because that's what I was about to ask. Like, how long were you guys in this in limbo Airbnb-ing space?
We Airbnb'd our place for maybe 9 months.
Okay.
And then ultimately we ended up moving because our landlord was selling the building. And we loved our apartment. So I moved back home to Detroit. Roscoe stayed in New York. But no, actually, I think she moved to Jersey. And I was like, okay, New York doesn't need me. I want to go home. Detroit was starting to bubble. You know, the gentrification that was happening in Brooklyn was just starting to peak its head in Detroit. And Detroit is the blackest city in America. It's 78%
I've
black.
actually never been.
Okay,
I've done
please
layovers in Detroit, but I've never actually
please
been to the
come.
airport.
Please come to Detroit. We have good food. We have
I've
good
heard amazing
vibes.
things.
But yeah, I was like, I want to be a part of what's happening in my city. I don't want it to, you know, become lifeless. And I was like, I can go home. I can build this business here. I can keep our culture alive. And I can save a whole lot of money while doing
That's
it.
true.
So I
It's
moved
expensive.
home, and we still weren't growing. We still weren't paying ourselves a salary by any means. I didn't pay myself a salary until the business was 6 years old.
Wow.
Straight sacrifice for 6 years.
Oh, wow. So what were you doing in that interim?
Like, I would pay myself a stipend. I'm talking like $3,000 a month.
Okay.
But I was at home. Like,
True. Yeah.
I didn't really have any real responsibilities. At one point, I remember, this is when I still lived in New York. And I was like, oh, okay, the money is not coming in as quickly as I need it to. And I was like, maybe I need to go get experience. And I applied for a job at L'Oreal.
Okay.
And I went through probably 4 rounds of interviews. And I was like, if I get this job, it means that I'm supposed to learn on someone else's dime first. If I don't get this job, it means that I just have to stay committed. And I didn't get it. And that was that was probably year 2 of the business. And that was the only time that I felt like I was ever hopeless.
Okay, wow. Yeah. But sometimes, like, what's for you get. Like you said, that was a sign, you know?
Yeah. I was like, okay. All right, God, show me the way.
And that's actually flows kind of seamlessly into the next question. So you've often shared that the Lip Bar was born from frustration with the lack of inclusive shade ranges and clean ingredients. So looking back, what was that moment where you knew this idea could grow from, like, that passion project to the full-scale brand that we see today?
It probably wasn't until we were actually in business that I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, this is actually needed. We were at a trade show, so very early in the Lip Bar. When you're an entrepreneur, your goal is to get your product or your service into the hands of your target audience. And so I knew that we weren't ready for distribution. We had our website, but how are we going to get people to our website? How are we going to, you know, teach the community that we existed? So we started doing trade shows. And I will never forget being at a trade show, and we had one of our red lip colors. And we were trying to convince this woman who was dark skinned with big lips to put it on. We're like, oh my God, it's going to look great on you. Like, girl, put it on. Let me see
Red is scary.
it.
Even I'm afraid of red.
I did not realize how scary it was and the trauma associated with, you know, complexion and size of lips. And this is probably in 2016, maybe 2017. She puts on the red, starts crying. I'm talking about crying. And I was like, oh shit, like I did something wrong. And I'm like, okay, we can wipe it off. We can act like nothing ever happened. That's what I always tell people. Like, if you put something on, you don't like it, just wipe it off. We can act like it never happened. But I was just like, why are you crying? Like, I needed to know. And she was like, my grandmother told me I could never wear red lips, that I should never attract any attention to my lips, that they're already too big, that my complexion is too dark, like I look like a clown. And it broke my heart into a million pieces. I was like, wow, like the amount of trauma and, you know, the lack of beauty confidence and the lack of self-esteem that we have, and then these ideas that like grandmothers and
that
aunts
instilled in
are
us from,
perpetuating.
Yeah, from childhood.
From Jim Crow era, like, there's always been sort of this attack on the black woman's body, and
Even though
she
they
really
do everything in their power to
correct
the same features.
Correct. And she internalized it so deeply, and in that moment I was like, oh, we have to keep doing it. We actually have to keep showing black women in bold colors, black women who don't fit the Eurocentric standard of beauty, because like we're beautiful too. And so if you ever go to Detroit, you'll see in our store, because we have one flagship store, it's like the lip bar where everyone is beautiful. And we have that on our door, and it's a sign on one of our walls, on our main wall. And it's because like we really have to understand that as women, as black women especially, like it's not meant for us to all look the same. Like we have beautiful features, and just because it's not highlighted or always showcased in media doesn't mean that it's not enough. And that is really why I stuck with the lip bar. I am not a makeup person. I like makeup. I just learned how to do it really well. But it's way bigger. Thank you. It's way bigger than the product. Like the product is secondary, tertiary. It's really about the self-esteem. It's really about how you feel when you put on the product. It's really about the pictures that you see, so that you have the confidence to be the most comfortable in your own skin. Like this woman thinking that she couldn't participate in like this part of the beauty community was so wild to me, because you hope that we have moved past certain things, and this was 2016, 2017, like I said. And I do think that we have evolved a little bit since then. But even still, there's so much sameness. You look on the internet and it's just sameness. Everyone wants to look the exact same. They want the same face, same nose, same lips. I'm like, yo, it's okay to be you. I don't even remember what the hell the question was, girl, but
no, I love it.
I had to take you down that road.
Also, can I just say too, my mom is the biggest fan of your Boss Lady Red.
Yes.
Like when I tell you, she will not wear any other red, and she was super excited when I was telling her that I was meeting you today and having this conversation. She was like, oh my gosh, she was like, I love Melissa and everything that she does. So
well, hey,
I had to throw that in there.
Yes. Hey mom.
Yes.
I appreciate you. Hey, mom.
And she's not really a makeup girly at all, right? So like your red lip is like all she wears. Like your red lip, mascara, brows. I just got her into blush recently.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
And now she got to get you into the red, because I didn't forget that you said red is scary. I did not
It does
forget.
scare me a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
No, just try hers on.
I will.
Put a little blush on.
She keeps like 3 of them at a time. So
I love her. Shout out to her to keeping us in business.
Yes. So recently, you guys did a bomb collaboration with Coco Jones, and it's been so well received. So kind of what inspired that partnership, and how do you determine what your partnerships are going to be?
Yeah. First of all, I thought that the imagery was so beautiful, and we were really proud of the work that we were able to put together with that collaboration. Typically, when we're thinking about like who to work with, it's like, well, who is moving the needle right now? And I think she's such a talented woman. I think that she's such a beautiful woman. I think that she's bringing R&B back in a big way. So, we're looking for people who are changing their industry and who are unapologetic and being exactly who they are. Like that's always like our baseline when we're thinking about the who. And then the how, I think we're still working through. It's like, because you always want to bring out the true essence of a person, and everyone is different. And we want everyone to be different. So I think that is literally the hardest part of doing a collab, because oftentimes you have such a small window of time that you actually get to spend with the person or to understand, what is it that they want, or what is it that their audience wants to see from them. But we were really proud of that work.
Cool. And how hands-on is the talent normally? With
depends on the person.
Shades or the collection or what
so,
it's going to be?
So her collection was not... it was products that we already
combos, right?
sold. Yes. So she curated her perfect combos from products that we already sold. And she was pretty hands-on. Like we sent her basically everything, and she was putting different things together, and you know, we were making suggestions. She's like, no, I don't like this one, I like that one. So she actually curated all 4 of those collections.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So can you give a sneak peek of who's next, or is that like still in the vault?
Oh, we do have something really exciting coming up for holiday. We've never done anything like this before. It's brand new limited edition shades with some of the hottest girls, and like I'm so excited. We actually just did the photo shoot the other day.
I'm like, tell me more.
It's
oh, is that
so
the shoot
good.
you were talking about?
Yes, yes. So I'm on my 3-week hiatus in New York. Had to leave it to go and do the photo shoot, and like I was blown away. Like my team did such a great job. The energy was so good. The women look amazing, and they picked their signature lip combos. Like
amazing. Okay.
When it comes out, you're gonna be like, oh,
okay. I'm so excited now. So it seems like you're very hands-on too. As the founder and CEO, like, do you still have your hands in kind of every pot at this point?
So yes and no. So I own everything and nothing. And what I mean by that is like I am not responsible for a single function at the Lip Bar. However, I am responsible for the overall vision. I'm responsible for the overall strategy. I'm responsible for making sure that we hit our numbers profitably, and that, you know, the brand remains in the community element that I want it to. Like the Lip Bar was built on community, period. Like before we had any marketing dollars, it was, you know, women telling their friends, telling their aunts, telling their sisters, like, hey, there's this Black girl from Detroit. She makes bomb lip colors. Like that is how we got here. So I'm responsible for making sure that it still feels warm and fuzzy in that way. And I do that with honesty. Like I'm not on social media that much, but when I'm on it, like I'm making videos that sometimes ruffle feathers.
I saw a recent video. We're going to get into
it. Sometimes it ruffles feathers, but it's like, it's my truth. It may not be everyone's truth, but I think I owe it to our community to always be honest about what this journey looks like. I've been in business for 13 years, again, before it was cool. So a lot of entrepreneurs look to me to say like, how did you get through these moments? Like the Lip Bar has seen a lot of seasons. And so knowing that responsibility, I find it crucial. And frankly, you know, again, my responsibility to just be honest. And so, yeah, I have a head of finance, a head of sales, a head of marketing, our creative officer, our head of PD, head of operations. Like they all do their thing in making the Lip Bar run every day in and every day out. Making the Lip Bar run day in and day out. So people are sometimes like, Melissa, I see you on vacation. How are you vacationing? Girl, you always on vacation. And it's because I have an incredible team, but I am very much involved. I know what's going on high level, but like on a photo shoot, if the models are asking me questions, I'm like, girl, I don't know.
But they say the mark of a great business is if the founder and CEO can be away and it still functions.
Yeah, it has to, because guess what? What happens if the founder can't step away is the founder experiences extreme burnout. And then there's no room for vision. There's no room for creativity. There's no room for community because the founder has to be in self-preservation mode. And like that's a dangerous place to be in because at the end of the day, even if it's your business, it's still work. And nobody wants to work, okay? I don't want to work. Like, let's be clear. I don't want to work. You know? So it's like you have to build boundaries within the business to give yourself space to be a human. And so that's why I had to put a great team in place. That's why I had to trust my team. There's sometimes when I push back and I'm like, guys, no, I'm going to have to veto this. But for the most part, I really try to say, okay, I've already set the vision. You know, the key performance indicators. We all are clear on what success looks like. If you think this will get you to the goalpost,
execute.
Have at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of community, right? Something that really hit the community hard was hearing about Ami Coley shutting its doors. And they're such a beloved brand, especially in the Black-owned space. So how does news like this land for you as a founder who knows the challenges firsthand? And what do you think it signals about the current climate of Black-owned beauty?
You know, literally when the news came out,
Mm-hmm.
I sent probably 5 different text messages to 5 different people,
Mm-hmm.
all basically saying, "What the fuck?" Like, I was pissed.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Mm-hmm.
so upset and so confused
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that this was a brand that was like just crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it
Mm-hmm.
seemed like everybody loved it. It seemed like everybody and their mama had the lip oils. I'm like, what went wrong? How did we get here? And how it impacts the larger beauty community when you have so many Black-owned brands to, you know, shutter in the past 2 years. You have Minted, you have Beauty Bakery, you have Oma, rest in peace Sharon. You have recently Ami Collet. What it does is it signals to retailers and to investors that maybe that this is not a space that can actually grow.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of looking at the lip bar, like, or Danessa, for instance, looking at lip bar and Danessa and being like, okay, you guys are still crushing it. There's still a very large market for Black-owned beauty. They're like, you guys are anomalies, and this space isn't worthy of investment. That's what it does over time. So it's very painful. It's painful to watch the founders experience that because, like, you put your heart and soul into a business. So I felt terrible for her. I felt terrible for the beauty community at large. Her customers, like everybody hurts. Like, some people might assume that, you know, as competitors that like one would celebrate that, but there's no celebration in that. It actually negatively impacts every single person in the ecosystem. And so yeah, it's painful. I'm like Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everybody Black.
And it just came out of nowhere too. And I think everyone was just like, it made everyone rethink, okay, like what's really going on here? 'Cause like you said, it seemed like Ami Collet was just going up, 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 up. So everyone's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, how did we
what's
get
happening?
here?
Yeah.
But it's because like we celebrate headlines and we don't really know what it takes to grow and scale a business. It's expensive. Color cosmetics is the hardest part of personal care. I tell this to people all the time. People ask me like, oh, you know, I want to start a lip gloss line. Do you have any advice for me? And I'm like, girl, don't. Don't do it. And sometimes they think that I'm just like trying to like gatekeep or keep them out of the category. No. If you gonna compete, come and compete. I've literally been doing this 13 years. It is hard. Why is it hard? Because it's SKU intensive. With skincare, you can have 8 SKUs and crush it. Crush it.
But you
In
need to
color
be constantly
cosmetics,
reinventing the wheel. Yeah.
in color cosmetics, people are trained to want to shop new and shiny products, new and shiny brands. It's very trend driven. It's very akin to fast fashion. And you need so many SKUs. Like, I can't just have one lipstick. Like, I need to have, like, if I gave you the rundown of, like, how many SKUs we have, girl, we probably have 20 liquid lipsticks, 15 lip glosses, you know, 15 skin tints, 12 concealers. You know, we probably have over 140 SKUs.
Wow. And
Because
how often are you guys innovating?
every year. Every year. Several new things come out every year. Because you have to serve a very wide range of complexions. Like, my nude is not your nude.
True.
And on top of that, I could like a brown nude, you could like a pink nude. So you need several variations of reds and nudes, or you need to think about undertones. So it becomes really capital intensive at an inventory level. So it's hard. Plus, beauty is not like color cosmetics. No one needs makeup. You know, it's not an essential product. It's not skincare. It's not hair care. It's not toothpaste. It's something that people wear when they want to feel good. And oftentimes, like, you do wear a lip balm or a lip gloss like daily, but you're not wearing Boss Lady every day. So it becomes really challenging because it requires you to constantly storytell, invest in marketing, invest in people, invest in innovation. And oh, by the way, innovation needs to be 10, 12 SKUs at a time.
I like how you likened it to fast fashion. I've never like put that analogy together, but that's that's very true.
Yeah.
So, in light of everything with Ami Coley, what are some concrete ways the beauty community, consumers, investors, and even real retailers can better sustain and protect Black-owned brands long term, in your opinion?
Yeah, you asked a question about the market earlier. Here's the thing. I think that we are in a time where everyone is trying to secure their own mask. You know, I think that's true for consumers who are like, I don't need anything else. Like, you know, anti-overconsumption, which is fair. We all have a lot of shit, too much shit, you know. And then it's true for the brands who are like, oh, how do I remain relevant even if I don't keep innovating? Like, I want to skip an innovation cycle. Like, I want to protect my bottom line. Or I don't want to invest that much in marketing. But if I don't do these, like, super crazy, fancy PR giftings, then the influencers won't talk about me, you know? So everybody is trying to think about that from the retailer perspective. They're like, okay, you know, I don't want to put extra SKUs in the store that aren't going to move because I'm buying those SKUs, or traffic is down in general because of overconsumption. So everyone is trying to figure it out. Investors are not deploying capital. Interest rates are high. And so everything is like a part of the food chain, right? Investors are like, well, we deployed a whole lot of money during COVID. And this is not a Black thing. This is, you know, all of those examples are race agnostic. But it's like we deployed a whole lot of capital and a lot of those businesses have gone out of business. So they're kind of like, well, we'll hold on to our dollars real tight and we'll see who survives this turmoil. And whoever survives is actually the strongest and they're worthy of the capital.
It's like Hunger Games.
Truly, it is. And then you look at the strategics who are oftentimes buying the companies because, like, the investors are investing in companies because ultimately they want you to grow it, scale it, sell it. But the strategics aren't buying companies because they have bought companies and then the companies kind of flop afterwards. Like, that's been happening especially in color cosmetics. So that whole cycle, that entire chain has made it really challenging to be a business owner right now, and then add on the fact that you're a Black business owner where you have less access to capital, where you have less shelf space, where, you know, it becomes like an impossible uphill battle.
Yeah. And speaking of retailers, we're going to get into something that has been a hot topic for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it's Target.
Let me guess. Yeah. Let me guess. It's Target.
It's Target. So the Lip Bar was one of the first Black-owned beauty brands to be sold in Target. So with the recent backlash that Target has been facing over their stance on diversity, equity, and inclusion, how has that really impacted your brand?
Oh, yeah, girl. It's been a whole clusterfuck. You know, our sales are down significantly, and we were one of the super high growth brands. We were growing like 50% year over year for like 4 or 5 years straight. So to have your sales be down when we were planning on, like, we never planned for 50% growth. Like, that's always like a gift. That's always like, oh my God, can we do it again? And then we're able to do it again. So we were planning to have like 25, 30% growth. So to be down 30 to 40% depending on the week, it's like, ooh, okay, we're actually down like 60 to 70%. So it negatively impacts us in so many ways just because, like, those are less dollars that we're bringing in. I feel a lot of ways about the boycott. I think it's so nuanced, and I don't know that we're talking about it in such a nuanced way. And I'm actually kind of anti-talking about it because, like, I talked about it a lot at the beginning, and girl, I was fighting for my life on the internet.
Yeah.
But the first thing I'll say is I'm frankly proud of Black people for coming together. Like, I don't know that anyone expected it to be as concrete as it is, and you know, for us to be in such lockstep as we are. So I think that is the biggest win of this, like, just knowing that we have the ability to come together again. The other piece of it is it's challenging. Like, I am negatively impacted as a business owner, and I don't think that people realize that it's actually only Black-owned businesses that are impacted by this. So while customers are upset with Target, it doesn't negatively impact customers at all. Like, because the average person is not losing anything. And while the Black community is upset, no one is actually losing anything from this other than Black founders. And so no one is really talking to Black founders about this. And then when Black founders speak out, they kind of get, they're not met with open arms.
Situation. Yeah.
I absolutely had people tell me, like, well, sis, if the Lip Bar went out of business, like, our ancestors, sacrificed for less.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, oh, you want me to be a martyr? I'm like, you go bankrupt first, baby. You go bankrupt first,
crazy.
and then I'll follow suit. And so I think that some people are expecting the impossible from Black founders. Like, people are like, you should leave Target. I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, if I left Target, that would be a huge liability. It would actually bankrupt us. But beyond that, Target actually hasn't negatively done anything to the brand. And I talked to other founders, and it's like, I'm like, did they change your terms? Are they kicking you out? Are they? And everybody's like, no, it's been fine. And I think where Target messed up is, like, they didn't respond. They didn't react. When they saw all of the backlash, they didn't say, hey guys, this is what we are doing. Hey, we're doing away with our DEI program, but this is how we are still showing up for Black and brown people. They're absolutely having those conversations internally. I have talked to Target, I don't know, probably 12 times this year. Not about the Lip Bar, all about DEI. And they're telling me that. They're telling all of the founders that. They're telling, other people that. But they have not made a public statement. And it has negatively impacted us. So for that, I am so annoyed. Because I'm like, again, even Target is not really impacted by this, Like, it's only Black founders who are really bearing the brunt of this boycott. And that's unfortunate. And some of us will survive it and some of us won't. And that's what it is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's tough for sure.
It's nuanced.
There's so many layers to it. Because on the one hand, it's like, okay, Black community, yes, coming together to, do something.
Yep.
But also, like, help a sister out. Like, come on. Yeah.
And I think a lot of the conversation has been so, like, anti-Target. Cool, do that. But I need you to also, in the same vein, and that you're negatively impacting Black businesses, you need to also say, okay, and then here are all the businesses who will be negatively impacted. Go shop direct. Shop direct, or shop other channels. And that's not happening. It's just like the rhetoric is all about Target and not about, hey, how do we actually build within? And so the other day I made a video, and I said that in order for Black founders to scale,
I saw the video.
They should super serve the Black community while also making sure that they are creating for the broader community. Because Black people don't only shop from Black businesses. And some people got it. The people who are business owners, for the most part, definitely got it. I think that some people were offended by it. And some people thought that it was like an attack on Black customers. It actually wasn't about Black customers at all. I don't think it is. It is possible, but it requires a lot of effort and a lot of money to only shop Black-owned businesses. Like, we have not reached the point where we have economies of scale in every industry. So oftentimes you will see that Black-owned businesses are a little bit more expensive. Because we don't have economies of scale, because we didn't raise that much, because we don't have, all of the access. Like, there is a reason. And so I'm not putting the fault on Black consumers for not only shopping Black-owned. Like, I don't only shop Black-owned. I shop Black-owned pretty frequently, but, like, I don't want anybody judging me like, oh, you buy Scott toilet paper. You might judge me because it's one ply, but I don't need you to judge me because it's not Black owned. And so it's not about, to put the onus on the customer, but it is to put the onus on the business owner to say, hey, If we know that our community is spending money outside of our community all the time, why are we not comfortable taking money from other communities? Like, hello, like, where is the exchange? If black people are shopping with white, brown, black, people all day long, why are you not putting yourself in the position to take money from white, black, brown people? You know what I'm saying? Now, wait. The other thing is, like, I think it got over people's head when I said super serve the black community. Super serve
make sure
the black
still
community.
Centered in all that you're doing. But yeah. See, I agreed with your video. I did 1,000%.
Some people did. Some people didn't. In business, and you have to remember, this is business. Your goal is to grow. Now, and that's why I said this is for people who want to scale. If you want to have a small business and service your community, don't do it. If you want to service, only your people, cool. But if you're trying to, like, scale, and when we think about hair care, for instance, there's a difference between a Latina woman's hair and a black woman's hair. But if you look at makeup, there's no difference between, like, a black woman's lips, a white woman's lips, an Asian woman's lips, etc. So, like, I think that there is an incredible opportunity within color cosmetics specifically for black women to super serve black women by making sure that we have a wide range of complexion, making sure that we have the undertones, making sure that the products are pigmented enough to show up on our skin tone, no matter if you're as light as Lotto or as dark as Lupita. Like, that's how you super serve the black community. But there's no reason why, somebody, Anne Hathaway, couldn't buy Boss Lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But sometimes I feel like when people see black-owned brand, they feel it's not for them.
Absolutely.
And that it's only for
everyone,
the
though.
black community.
That's true for the customer. That's true for the retailer. That's true for the investor. As a black woman, because I am black, people will automatically say, is this only for black women? Or, in retail, they will say, okay, I'm going to put you in the black doors. I'm going to put you on the black shelf. Now, here's the thing. I'm from Detroit. Again, we are the blackest city in America. I went to a HBCU. Like, I am used to being literally, like, isolated around blackness. That is how I grew up. That's how I live my life right now. I don't have to live in Detroit. And I don't live in the suburbs. I live in Detroit. I live in a black neighborhood. Like, a lot of people actually know where I live, which is very unfortunate. And now I think about it. But, it's like, I have and live a very, very black experience. And the lip bar shows up in a very black way. And then one day, the governor of Michigan, Governor Whitmer, I don't know how old, we call her Big Gretch. I don't know how old Governor Whitmer is, but let's call her a 50-year-old white woman. It's like, I love the lip bar.
Okay.
Like, giving it away at the DNC, we have never talked to 50-year-old white women. And I realized, like, wait a minute. I have also put myself in the same box that the retailers, that the investors, that all of these non-black people have put me in.
Because it shocked you.
Because it shocked me. I'm like, oh, yeah. It looks great on her, too. And it looks great on her, too. And it looks great on her, too. Like, why am I limiting myself? And I realized very quickly, like, oh, Melissa, you have been one of your own, roadblocks. And it's rare that I'm going to get on the internet and say something that I haven't lived. I'm never giving blind advice. And also, advice is one of those things that take it or leave it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Like, my mama taught me that.
Or it's like when people give advice and they spend, like, so long giving the advice, they're like, but it's on you.
It is on you.
End it with that.
Ultimately, it's your business.
Yeah.
You know your goal. I know that I have the ability to continue to super serve black women and will continue to serve black women. My take on all of this, whether it's Target or whether it's scaling the business and what that takes, is like, newsflash, I am black. I'm never going to put someone above me. I am a Black woman. It's always going to be me first. Like,
that's just, it's who you are. So
it's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put Target above the Black community. I'm not going to put serving other customers above serving Black women. And I want us to get out of this mindset that you can only do one thing. Like, we have the ability to do both. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we actually are winding down. I think we're at our last few questions here. But what does innovation look like for the Lip Bar in the next, let's say, 5 years? And are there areas of beauty or lifestyle that you want to expand into?
You know, I don't know. Whenever people ask me this, like, what's next for the Lip Bar? I'm like, girl, I'm just taking it one day at a time. You know, we're trying to end 2025 with a bang. We're working on our 2027 innovation. Like, our pipelines are really long. You know, like, our retail pipelines are really long. That's why when people don't really get it, I'm like, y'all, we've been working on this for 2.5 years. So I'm excited for, like, our 2026 and our 2027 innovation. I'm just excited to still be in the game. Like, I think it's such a blessing. It's such a privilege. It's such an honor to keep showing up for our customers. Nothing makes me happier than when people are like, nothing else worked on me, but the Lip Bar did. I'm like, that's exactly why we do it. But also, nothing makes me happier than when people are actually able to give us thoughtful feedback. Like, I love reading reviews. Sometimes people take criticism as a way to tear you down, but the people who really are in community with you, like, use critiques as a way to build you up. And, like, I think that's the most beautiful way for you to be in community with someone. So I look forward to being in community, to keep being honest, to keep being a voice for people like me, but also being an ear for people who are not like me. And like, I'm here, I'm open. I'm always a student. I think that's why we have been able to survive these 13 years, because I'm always ready and willing to learn and listen.
I love that. And we always like to talk about legacy here too. So when you think about your legacy, what do you hope people say, not just about the Lip Bar, but about you, Melissa Butler, as a person?
Oh, I love this question. I hope that people look at me and say, she was always willing to help. She was always willing to be honest. Like, I lend my time to founders so often. And at first, I don't think I realized, like, how much I also get out of it. Like, yes, I'm helping you, but, like, I've amassed so much knowledge in the last 13 years and so much resilience, like, where I can be like, okay, truly this too shall pass. So I hope that part of my legacy is one of pouring into other people, because, like, that's what we're here for. Like, I didn't build this literally from the ground up, brick by brick, to not share it. And so I'm always trying to offer help, offer advice. Last year, the Lip Bar, we started a grant program. We gave away $40,000 to Black women founders.
Amazing.
Yeah, gonna do it again. Like, because I know what it's like. Like, I built this business when it wasn't cute, you know, and so I get it. And so if your path can be a little easier than mine, fantastic.
And what's the process to get a grant for people that are watching that might, want to get involved?
Well, the program isn't open right now. It's very, like, it's a very specific time.
Okay.
So you have to apply, like, when the process or when the applications open up, you apply, we review, you do a pitch, because we want to make sure that the money will actually do something for you, and we want to make sure that we can actually help you.
Absolutely.
So be on the lookout for when the applications open up.
Amazing.
Yes.
And to end on a fun, lighthearted note.
I know, because this was heavy, girl. You asked me all the serious stuff. Like, ask me about my morning routine. What the hell? I've been working out. Girl, what's up? I journal.
You're like self-care. You're like, I swear I'm fun. I'm lighthearted.
Jesus. She asked about everything hard. I'm over here sweating. Like, oh, now I'm about to have to fight crime on the internet again, Lord.
So a fun last question. when you're not, building your empire and doing all the things, what's one beauty ritual or product you can't live without?
Ooh. Probably gua shaing. Like, I use a lot of different skincare products. Like, I am obsessed with our cleanser. We have, like, makeup remover and stuff. Like, I think you have to take off your makeup in order to have, like, amazing skin.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's exfoliating and gua shaing. Like, those are my things. But if I had to add a thing that's non-beauty but fills my cup in the same way, it's drinking and making tea. It's like having, like, that moment. And that's why I said gua sha, because it's not about the product necessarily. It's about taking the pause to do something for yourself. And, like I really feel like I am in tune with my body when I'm doing that. Or, like, in tune with my body when I'm making tea. Or the same way you work out. It's like all these little rituals where it's like, I'm actually doing something for me.
And I feel like we need the skincare routine because the skin is skinning.
Thank you, girl.
What is it?
Thank you.
What are the steps?
I mean, here's the thing. I use so many different things. The one, I'll tell you the things that I live and die by. So every day I exfoliate. So I use the Lip Bars Clean Up Cleanser. It's gentle.
Every day you exfoliate?
Every day.
Wow, okay.
Every day. But it's not a chemical. My skin is
Like
dry too, and I live in Detroit, so it's cold. It's very, very cold. I have dry skin, but that's part of the reason I exfoliate. Because when you have dry skin, it kind of sits on top, and you really need to remove those dead skin cells. So it's not a heavy exfoliation. So our cleanser is a gentle gel cleanser, and we have this konjac sponge that's from the sea. It's hard, and you wet it, it gets soft. So I wash my face with a sponge. So light exfoliation. And then I use, I don't know, a combination of probably 2 or 3 serums a day. There's always some sort of hyaluronic acid or niacinamide. Sometimes I'm using cactus toner water. Girl, I use so much shit. I use so much
Does it
stuff.
change all the time? Because you're just, like, in that space where you're always trying new things?
Not that frequently. And I don't allow, some people say that, beauty products, like, will sometimes purge your skin. If this product makes my skin do anything, trash. Trash. But I'm just like I always end with the oil. I'll say that.
Okay.
I'm So cleanse with exfoliation, toner, serum, mostly serum though, less toner. Probably 2 of them. A moisturizer. I end with an oil.
Okay. Can you share the oil? Do you know?
Yeah. Okay. The oil that I probably am most loyal to is the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate.
Okay. I've never used Kiehl's products before.
Obsessed. OG. The moisturizer that I probably am most loyal to is probably Tatcha.
Okay.
The Dew Cream. The serums are they're a little everywhere. Because I go to Asia every year. I go to Asia and I buy so much stuff.
Yeah.
I buy a lot of stuff. So. Yeah.
Well,
Thank
Melissa, thank you for being a part of the Mind Candy Beauty Fam officially. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you. I'm so happy we did this. You tackled those tough questions, with somewhat of ease.
Thank you. And thanks for being comfortable enough to answer that.
Yeah, I'm always going to be honest.
Amazing.
I'm always going to be honest. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
And that is a wrap.